presentation that we did, last night, but we're going to even have to do it a little bit better.
I got to ask you about Jonquel Jones. I mean, the play that she's been having this entire playoffs, but particularly yesterday, it seems like something just came out of her. What have you seen from Jonquel in this playoff series?
Well, so much. I think everything what you've just said, she's taken us, we started off slow, but she was strong in both those two games, and she's taken on herself. Like, she knows no one can stop her when she gets down low. You saw her last game extending her range and shooting those threes as well. But it's her rebounding, it's her defense, it's her leadership, and we're going to need every little bit of that as we move forward.
And something that I know that the organizations need is the support. And we've seen a lot of Nets players sit courtside throughout the entire season, and now you and a lot of your players are also sitting courtside. What does it mean just to have that camaraderie and that support with both organizations?
Well, we have one ownership, and we're really one family. And, in the end, it's basketball, and it's players, all these players at the best of their game and coming to support each other. And I think that's what makes it really unique, and just have so many people, not just basketball players, we've got a lot of famous people sitting on courtside too. So it really has been inspiring. It's one of the loudest gyms I've ever been of.
All right, Sandy, thank you so much for joining me. And I know me, Chris, Frank, we're all cheering you all on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Back to you, Chris.
Megan, Coach, thank you so much. Paging Michael Wilbon, 17,143, the largest crowd to ever witness a WNBA Finals game here at Barclays Center.
And give the Liberty a lot of credit. Sandy's right. They didn't really compete in that game, too. They were down 19-2. But to come back the way that they did, and guess what? The series, there could be a major shift here.
Yes.
Because Chelsea Gray was injured, and you see injuries in a finals. That happened to Magic Johnson 100 years ago. Nick Nurse saw it happen to Kevin Durant in 2019. An injury at that time during a playoff series can change a lot. So the Liberty are by no means out of this. Win a home game on Wednesday. Friday, you're playing for the championship in Las Vegas.
I'm going to date myself here. As Megan was doing that interview with Sandy Brondello, the head coach of the Liberty, we were showing shots. It was like being on Romper Room back in the day and seeing people that you know from the Liberty. Courtney Vandersloot's here with her wife, Allie Quigley. You have Benijah Laney here, Jocelyn Willoughby, also Niara Sabally. It's just, like Megan said, that camaraderie between both clubs has been great. As Oubre Jr. Springer, though, there cleaned it up.
Sorry about that.
It was an electric atmosphere in the building here yesterday afternoon. O'Neal is good from the wing. Frank, over the first 4 minutes and 48 seconds, the Nets had 6 turnovers. They didn't have any since then until that turnover we just saw that led to that Springer layup.
It wasn't sharp by any stretch of the imagination. It was a little too lackadaisical, just not ready to match the energy that the Philadelphia 76ers had in that first 5 minutes.
Walker's going to pick up that foul. Just over a minute left here in the first quarter. It has been all 76ers so far in this first quarter. Oubre Jr. steps back, O'Neal in his face, and he knocks it down, and he has a chance for a 4-point play.
Oh, that's a tough one.
That's a situation, you have to let him land.
Did kick his leg out a little bit on the shot. The players have become so adept at that, knowing how to draw the contact.
And the officials are going to look at this to see if it's a reckless closeout.
The officials don't know that it's a preseason game. We'll stick with calling. You have to give airspace to the shooter.
O'Neal stopped. You could see Royce O'Neal stop there.
Is that a natural way to land after you shoot a ball? Again, you have to give the benefit of the doubt to the shooter.
And also, did he kick that leg out? That's another thing you have to look at.
Not a flagrant foul.
as Brian Forte just mentioned, it is a common foul, one shot.
You don't have to acknowledge that I was right on that. So 1 for 1. Now I want there to be more reviews.
So you count preseason reviews in your tally?
Well, I'm not going to do any of the games. They're going to kick me 30 rows up.
Yeah, but you still do it up there with me.
Next Wednesday.
I just wanted to make sure if I'm going to make the hash mark that we're counting this one.
Kelly Oubre's a nice pickup for Philadelphia. The guy can score. Got to get it done a little bit more on the defensive end. If you look at a guy for their second unit coming from the bench and could throw it up, that's Kelly Oubre.
Lonnie Walker, the fourth, going in with pace. He is blocked at the rim by Springer, but also fouled. Slow getting up, too, is Walker.
And what you like about that? That started off with a missed free throw. Nets getting the ball, pushing the pace, and Lonnie Walker gets rewarded 2 free throws.
Entering his 6th season out of Miami, spent the first 4 seasons with the Spurs. Last season he was with the Lakers. He turns 25 on December 14th.
Had a good playoff run with the Lakers. Really an underrated signing by the Brooklyn Nets. To get a guy with that type of experience, fit in good organizations like the Spurs, like the Lakers, played in big games last year.
Told you and Bob Lorenzi got his first dose of New York City traffic as well. He didn't like it.
He did play in LA last year.
That's true, but
Kind of similar.
he didn't like New York traffic.
It's not the BQE, the 405 in LA, but it's still pretty bad.
Dinwiddie parts the blue sea, but then his pass is deflected, and here comes Oubre. And he puts it in. Tell you what, Nick Nurse was worried about the pace of the Nets. It's his team that's pushing it.
Kelly Oubre, 8 shots, leads both teams so far.
3 seconds to shoot. O'Neal goes baseline, lays it up, no good, and Day'Ron Sharp will not beat the shot clock. It's a shot clock violation. They put a little bit of time back on the clock. Does that hit the rim? No.
Just missed.
8 seconds left. Kelly Oubre Jr. working on O'Neal, gets by him, and then Day'Ron Sharp with the help, and that's the way it'll end. The 76ers.
All right, hope everybody enjoyed the first quarter. Sixers Nets. Hit the like button, subscribe.